Okay guys, this is my update video for the month of July. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. We went out to the lake and man, it was crowded. A lot of people getting out and that's good. What I want to talk about in this video, I want to give everybody updates and news. I kind of want to talk about some things that are going on. Sitting here in front of my computer so I can make sure I get everything. First, I want to talk about, like I always do in these update videos, about shaving bats. Guys, you know, and I started thinking about this the other day. I hope it doesn't, and what pisses me off about a lot of politicians is, you know, which I'm going to put them in a category of a sanctioned tournament or a sanctioned body that throws all these tournaments out there. Is why do we have to wait for an accident to happen or something to happen where they actually get serious about this? Why does somebody have to die? Because they could do things right now to keep people from shaving their bats and hurting somebody, because someone's gonna get hurt. And my biggest thing, and I get mad when politicians, why, you know, all these things that are happening, why all of a sudden they start saying we need to do this better, why didn't we do that before it happened? The same thing with shaving bats. Why aren't we doing anything? And I know why, because money. And not because they got to spend it, it's because they're not losing any. So they're not going to do anything. Once they start losing money or you hit their pocketbook, you go to a tournament that does what they're not doing about protecting us. I know, guys, I've had people come up to me and talk to me about shaving. And these are people that I know, and I know for a fact they have swung a shaved bat. And then when they talk to me about it, and I just look at them like, bitch, please. But unless something's done and before, I want it done before somebody gets hurt. You know, before some, you know, senior on the infield takes one in the head. And then all of a sudden watch all these top organizations out there, these top, you know, sanctioned people get up and say, okay, now we have to do something. Why do we have to wait for somebody to get hurt to do it? Why don't they do it now? That's the same thing I say about the government too. Why are they waiting before they put all this stuff out there? Trying to cover their ass, actually. But as long as they're making money, there's nothing gonna be done. Nothing's gonna be done. I call it little man syndrome. When all these people out there that are shaving bats and they wanna be the guy that hits the home runs. I was talking to Steve Webb the other day about this, and back in the day when we used to play, you know, in the 70s and 80s and 90s, you know, you had to work. You had to work at getting on a team. You had what composite bats, especially, and shaving bats, it made people not work anymore. You know, you don't have to get out there and put in the work every day or every other day whenever you can get out and hit. Make people lazy and they can cheat, and a lot of people are cheating. I'm telling you guys, I don't bullshit a lot of people out there. I don't bullshit you guys. You know this, you're watching this. There is shaving going on like you would not believe. So I think it has, and if you notice, back in the 80s, there was a lot more bigger guys out there hitting, because those were the aluminum bats, the only ones who could hit the home runs, but everybody wants to be a home run hitter nowadays. So they start shaving. Not big home run hitter. I'm not that guy. I'm really not. You see me in the videos, but that's just testing a bat. But you see me in a game, like Billy had told me, some guy was watching my game. I played in Grapevine, and I played 5 games, didn't hit a home run, hit really good. And a couple of guys went up to Billy and said, hey, I watched Dave play the day, and I did not expect that, because I'm mainly a slap hitter, you know, chopping it, hitting gaps, things like that. Home runs don't do it for me anymore. Back in the day, yeah, because to hit a home run, you were the guy, but now you're not the guy anymore. So I went to things that tax me, that I have to work on, which is base hitting. Home run ain't shit. I'm telling you, home run ain't shit. Anybody could hit a fucking home run. I like the guy that can just spray the ball around, hit gaps, hit for average, and hit under pressure. But a lot of guys out there want that bomb. A lot of guys want to hit that 400-foot, 450-foot home run, and they're 5'2". But I'm going to bring this up every time. I don't, and there's things that bat companies can do, like the chip, pay an extra $5, $10 a bat. I'll do that. And then get them to put a chip in the end cap. If the bat's been tampered with, it voids the whole thing out. Steve was talking to me about the other day about a rollover end cap. If it's going to cost, your bat manufacturer to reconfigure those machines to do a rollover, they're not going to do it. Because for one, you're buying the bats now. Why do they got to change it? They don't give a shit. As long as you're spending the money. It's all about money, guys. The only way to get shit changed is hit them in the pocketbook. I was talking to somebody the other day, and he came up with, we were kind of talking, I came up with the idea, but there's a lot of seniors out there, and I want to do this for you guys. There's a lot of seniors out there that, are coming up. They're in their 40s and early 50s that just started playing, and nobody knows who they are. And I know you have that division, that Mississippi division, where you got the East Coast and the West Coast. But, and I've always told somebody, how do I get picked up? Somebody's already asked me, how do I get picked up by a team that's a high quality team, that's a good team that does traveling? How do I get my name out there? And I'm sitting there, dude, you've got to do something. You've got to do videos. You've got to put your name out there, or else if you're in these little towns that are around the United States, and a lot of seniors are that are out there, and if you're in this little town, the only way you're going to get noticed is if you actually put yourself out there. Nobody's going to do it for you. But what I wanted to do, because I have a channel that a lot of people look at, I get 60,000 views every 23 days. I have been for the last 5 years. Before that, it was a little tough. I've been doing this for 12 years, 13 years now. And it was a little tough at the beginning. But once people started watching my channel, it got very popular. I'll put a video out. What I want you guys to do, if you want to get noticed, because there's a lot of people out there that are looking for teams, I'll post your video, your hitting video. So, and it's got to be under 10 minutes. If you want to get your name out there, I'll put it in with all my other videos and put your name at the beginning, where you're from, and then have you just hit, not off a tee, live pitching and hitting. And, I'm not talking about just hitting for power, kind of spray the ball around, but put together a 5-minute video. I could do 5 minutes, 10 minutes might be too long. But 5-minute video of you guys hitting, put your name out there, where you're from, how to get in contact with you, and I'll post it on my YouTube channel. And even my Facebook page, because I got a lot of seniors, actually I did this on purpose, a lot of senior softball players I have on my Facebook page, and I'll post it on my Facebook page. Don't do any talking in it. It's just getting you out there to be seen by a lot of people that might be interested in picking you up, because I've seen guys that are really good that never get noticed because they don't know how, or they don't do their own video. And guys, it's as easy as getting your own phone out there, putting it on a tripod like I have right here, and put it on a tripod and just videotape yourself for 5 minutes and a good round of BP. Get it to me, and then I'll download it. I don't want to do too much cutting up, because I'll cut up some of it if it's bad and you can't cut it up, but just get it to me and I'll put it up on my YouTube channel. Every day, I've been doing it every day, but every other day, I have a behind the scenes video. I call it behind the scenes, a cutting room floor. I actually think it's episode, what I have going on right now is, has a picture of me, Billy and Bubba, and it's got episode 50, just came out this morning. And what that is, it's an hour and a half long video, but you guys tend to think that that's a video where I'm gonna talk about the bat. I'm not gonna talk about the bat in these videos. These videos serve a purpose to me. For one, you can hear us talking to each other. If you guys are sitting at home, a lot of those older seniors are retired, they're sitting at home and they like watching that, okay? Some of it's boring, but you can get a lot of information if you really do listen. You can get a lot of information when me and Billy are talking about our swing to each other, and Bubba's talking to us about his swing, and everybody that's there kind of talks to each other. We're all friends. So you can pick up some knowledge about bats. You can pick up some knowledge about swings, weightlifting, all that other kind of, that's out there for you guys. I get messages every other day about, hey, can you know, I like the one this morning, I like the old way you used to do this. You used to talk about the bat. Well, no, I didn't. I did those in videos. I didn't do them in my review videos. I didn't do them in this. Basically what this is for, this is in there to cover my ass, because there are things that go on in these videos where we're talking about a bat on the way it performs. And just to give you a prime example, the Onyx, Johnny Blaze, and the Enough Said are being questioned right now on their performance. So these are videos that I did, the ones that are coming out now, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They have old bats that we were swinging that the review's already out there. But you can hear us talking about how well the first batch performed. And then we're swinging the other ones. And you can hear us talking to each other about how it's performing. So they're basically up there, and they're an hour and a half long, you know, an hour long. And I know they're boring, but there's a few guys out there that like watching those videos. And they cover my ass. You can get some information off them about how we like the way a bat performs. If we like it, we don't like it. And basically we talk about, prime example, in one of those videos, this bat's out there and we're hitting it. And we keep on talking to each other saying it's not opening up on us. It's not opening up. Well, later on when something's questioned, you know, or my integrity is questioned, I have that out there to actually cover my ass, because there was something said about the Enough Saids and the Onyx that were out there. But if you go back and look at all those videos, you can see how we're putting the review together from start to finish, and you hear the way we talk to each other. Even the redo video that we're doing right now, these last 3 weeks. And we're taking a little bit longer, but I'm gonna tell you what I think about the Enough Saids, Johnny Blaze, and the Enough Said at the end of this video. I'll talk about that a little bit. But those are basically out there because that's the starting, the way we do a review. We'll break it in. I'll talk about the mules. Where are my mules at? The mules are there to break the bat in. How many swings we're gonna get on it when we're breaking it in. I've hit so much, I hate breaking bats in. It's just me. I'm 60, just turned 62 the other day. And I just, I'm dwindling down in my reps because I've been doing it, reps when I hit balls. I've been doing it for such a long time. Billy too, you can see Billy out there. Although since he has his bat, he's actually swinging a lot more. But these videos that we have, episode 1, they're not there to talk to you about the review. That came out way before I put these out. Usually about 2 weeks after we do a review on a bat, these videos will come out. And you can look at them and see how we came by finding out what bat is in my top 10. So basically that's what they're there for. They're not there to talk to you guys. They're there for us. They're there and they're not scripted, guys. You know, we're not trying to sell you anything. But if you can hear us talk on a way a bat performs, that would be the best way to look at it. They're just boring for a lot of you guys. And a lot of you guys want to see a 10-minute video on a review and then that's it. You don't like looking at that stuff. And then you'll comment about something that has nothing to do with the video. Have you guys noticed, I used to ship stuff out, United States Postal Service. They started charging me $50 per bat to send out. They started charging me $15 for a fee, what they talked about when I talked to them about it. And they just said they started doing this like 2 months ago, and I did not know that because I'd shipped everything United States Postal Service. So now to ship a bat, it's like $17, used to be. Now it's $30. $32 to send a bat out because they're charging me $15, but I go over to UPS and they're charging me $17. So have you guys experienced this, or just down here in San Antonio where we're doing all this? And I went to 3 different post offices in San Antonio and they're all giving that upcharge. An extra length fee is what they said because it's 34-inch bat. I don't know if you guys, down below, let me guys know what you're dealing with there. There's a few bats I want to talk about. I was going to talk about a couple of things, but I don't want to get into that right now. Proton. Have you guys ever, what happened to Proton? Did he just strictly go to U-Trip bats? I haven't heard from Charles. I don't know what's going on with that. Did he just give up on the senior softball market? And now the only thing he's doing, I see a couple of things about him doing nothing but U-Trip bats, and he's got a team, and I just don't know. I heard something the other day that somebody told me that he's got a new line of bats out, and I said, senior bats? You know? And he said he didn't think they were seniors. He thought they were U-Trip bats. But I don't know if Charles going back into the senior market. I wish he would. We need more bat companies out there. I have Miken Worth Creature. I have the Miken Ultra. I've been hearing a lot of good things from the Miken Ultra, the Worth Creature. We're looking to get, I found one on the Miken Ultra, and I'm gonna have that shipped to me. We're gonna start swinging that. Want to talk about the Ikonic bat and give you guys updates. We've been swinging that bat for probably 2 weeks. Every once in a while, I'll put some video out on it, some recent video out on it, on how it's performing. It's stiff, and it's still stiff. I keep on hearing guys telling the video camera when they're talking to it that it opened up with 150 swings. Guys, we got 250 on it. It still hasn't opened up. It's not a bad bat though. Sweet spot's really small on it. Hardly any flex in the handle. Swings like a little bit of a log. Barrel doesn't collapse on it too much, which hence the sweet spot. So we're hoping, and I see a lot of the young kids getting performance out of it, which tells me it's hard barrel. And they're telling the camera that it's opening up. Ours hasn't. We had Bubba swing it too, and it's still not getting where I thought it would open up. Maybe put a few more 100 swings on it, and we'll let you guys know updates on that. But we're not getting quite, and it might be one of those ones where it's just going to open up and that's going to get there real fast. And I'm just telling you guys how. If you guys grab one, like we're not going to give up on it. If you guys grab one, stay with it, and we'll give you guys updates on what kind of performance we're getting out of it. But right now, small sweet spot. It the barrel on it. You've really got to hit it, but when you hit it, it goes. But it's got good performance on it. It's just not. We got to put some more swings on it. Let you guys know about it. Blake 584. And if you guys watch those behind the scene videos, I can talk to you about this, but we're swinging that bat right now. You can see in the videos, and we're kind of talk about them. We're actually, what we're doing, and I'll talk about that in a minute, is we're comparing the new two-piece Blake 584. This is one right here. We're comparing this bat to the redo video on the Onyx bats, because the performance we're getting out of the Blake two-piece right now is the same performance we got on the first batch of the Onyx. Maybe a little bit better, because what Billy did to it. And I'm not going to tell you everything he did to it, but it's not the same bat as, let's say, this is the two-piece 12-inch barrel. Enough said. This is the one that has the serial number on it. And they only made 584 of the Blake bats, so they're not going to make those after that anymore. So when you're talking about batches with those bats, there was only one batch made. You'll hear us comparing, like whenever we're doing this redo video, and it kind of makes sense because I'm comparing Blake's bat, because when we had the prototype to Blake's bat back in the day, it was performing a little bit close to the original. Well, I got them right here. This is an original Enough Said right here. This is an original one piece right here. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about these bats in a minute, but we're comparing because the Blake bat, the two piece, is performing like the originals did on the first batch of the Onyxes, Enough Saids, the white ones. So we have Blake's bat that we're comparing him to right now. All these new ones that came out. And I'm going to talk about those in a minute. I want to get to this other stuff first. We've been hitting this bat for a while, and I'll give you an example of what we have. This is the original This is a prototype. You can see it's got numbers on it and stuff. This is a prototype of this bat right here. Okay? This is the first prototype he had. It's a one piece. It's a Johnny Blaze painted, but it's not a Johnny Blaze. They just painted that and put it on a prototype so we can swing it to see what kind of performance we got on it. This bat right here is supposed to be this bat. It's not. This bat is taking a long time. What happened to this bat when we first started swinging it, it actually had striations in it, in the barrel. If you guys got a two-piece Blake bat, once you guys look at something, when you first start swinging that bat, within 20 swings, look at the barrel. It's gonna have striations in it, long ones at first, then it's gonna start getting those closer together, and then the whole barrel, once you get them about this far, you know, on the bat, and then they'll start getting, the more you hit it, start getting bigger and bigger. Once they get about that, put it in your bag. Don't swing it no more with Blake's bat, because that bat is a high performance bat. It's got high performance carbon on it, and you can't just hit the shit out of that thing in BP. You're gonna blow it up. I'm just telling you right now, if you get 500 on that bat swings, you're gonna be lucky, because that bat opens up pretty quick and it gets there really fast. Great performance, great extra gear. That's what I look for. Like when they first did, remember when I called these bats a game changer? I'm gonna run right into it right now. Remember when they called these bats, I called these bats a game changer, and this is the one that I did. Game changer, right here, game changer. The two-piece, the 13-inch and the 12-inch. I don't have a 12-inch with me because I think we cracked all of them because we put a ton of swings on them. I call these game changers, okay? The reason I call them game changers, I can remember they got that extra gear better than any bat I've ever seen. They stayed in the air a lot longer. That's what we're getting out of the Blake two-piece right now, not the one-piece. We're getting great performance on that one-piece, but this two-piece is another gear from the one-piece, and I can tell you why, but I don't want to get into it on camera anymore about that shit, on how Billy designed that bat. That's giving his secrets away, and I don't want to do that. So what we were looking at in this, let me go back. The Ramirez, it's taken too long to break in. I bet we got 500 swings on this bat right here. It's not this prototype. It's not that. Small striations in that. There is nothing on this barrel where it has striations. I don't know what was done to it, but when we got it, I actually went up, got a 24 at first, and then we weren't getting any performance out of it, so I went up an ounce to try to get a little bit more mass on the end to collapse that barrel, and it's still not breaking in for me. Now, it might get there because we don't swing this as much anymore, because a lot of us has given up on it. Like, it's not gonna get there. But I do have some of the mules that come in that are new guys, the kids, and I'll have them swing it to see if they can't get it there. But right now, oh, it's not a bad bat, guys. That's another thing too. It's not a bad bat, but it wasn't the game changer that I actually put out there on what it was. I'm gonna talk about these in a minute. I don't want you to see that yet. So what we got is these, right? This is a 12-inch two-piece. This is a 12-inch one-piece. So we started doing the review on these, a redo review. Guys, they are not the same. And a lot of you guys have been contacting me, telling me, and I wanted to wait till this update video to talk to you guys about that. What we got with the first batch was striations in the barrel really fast within 10 swings. You can actually go back and look at the video on it too. When we were talking about we're getting striations on it within 10 swings. I think Bubba was at Converse whenever this happened. And I'm going, Billy, come look at the striations in it, the stress fractures in it. That's what we're getting on a one piece. We're not getting that on these. And we're already into these 200 swings. We're not getting any striations on it. I don't know what was done, guys. I'm not even gonna speculate on what was done with these bats, but either one of them, we're not getting the striations. And we're over 200 swings per bat. We got them within 10 swings on the first batch. Blake bat, the two-piece, the one that's out right now, we got them within 10 swings. It's getting that extra gear like the first batch of the Onyx enough sets. It's getting that. These are not getting that carry. These, and you can hear Billy in the behind the scenes video go, maybe it needs time to break in. And I'm saying, no, because the first batch did not have time to break in. They were there within 50 swings, they were getting that extra gear. We're not getting that on the first run. And you can watch the video when we're talking about a long time ago when we're swinging these bats. And you can hear us talking about, oh my God, look how long it stays in the air. And then you can hear us swinging these. It's not getting that extra gear. I don't know what was done. And those are on the enough sets. A lot of you guys are right. They're not the same bat as the first bats. They're not the game changer that they were, that I came out and I put them in that category. I don't know what was done. You guys are gonna have to go to Carlos and ask him about that. I'm just here to redo the review on, because you guys had told me, Dave, you might wanna go back and look at this. And I did, and it's not the same bat. Okay, what I have here is this right here is the original Johnny Blaze. This is the first batch right here. Now, what I love this bat so much, I ordered one for my gamer before the Blake bat came out. Because you remember, this was out before the Blake bat. This is the first batch. This is the first run. This is actually, I got this one from Clem, because Billy gave it to Clem because Clem loved it so much. This is Clem's gamer. Right now, he swings in senior softball. Clem is the guy that hits with us. This is his gamer. So I kind of wanted to do this video, so I want to talk to you about what I found out. And I just found this out by just having the bats sitting right in front of me. And then I was looking at them, and I was looking at striations. If you pick this bat up and you look at the striations, it has striations in the barrel. Look, kind of like the first run had. It's got striations in the barrel, okay? So now I got the Johnny Blaze, the third batch, I think this is, of the serial number. You guys see that? Totally throws off everything. You see how high that is? You see how this is? This is a 12-inch barrel. If you look at them, guys, the barrel length is the same. This is a 12-inch barrel too. It's not a 13, it's a 12, because they taper off right at the same spot. So they're both 12-inch barrel, actually 11 3/4, almost 12. So, but you have this is much higher than that. That throws everything off. Balance points, the way it swings. And we've got over 300 swings on this bat, and there's no striations. This bat does perform. It's called a double stack. It's got a double stack, right? These bats over here, these new ones, you know, third batch ones, these are a single stack. This bat does perform, but it's nowhere close to this one in performance. That's why I put this one at number 1. And I don't know what was done, guys. Like I said, I'm just here to look at it and analyze if it's a first batch or it's a third batch. Does it perform as good as the first or not? It does not. This bat, and I've swung them next to each other. I'm gonna hit this one again tomorrow because I might take this and hit with it this weekend. I got a tournament. So if you look at them, totally different balance points. So that's moving your balance, your flex points in your barrel. So it's not the same bat. This bat was hot. This bat was number 1. This bat will not make number 1. And guys, I don't know how this got fucked up. I don't think he ordered them like that. I think wherever he ordered them from, they just threw some shit in there and told him to just go ahead. And the one with the height, I can understand that not being caught, because for one, the original is so almost like 11-inch barrel. So I can understand how nobody caught that. Me, by setting them up next to each other, and I had the original with me, and I set them there, and I'm going, oh shit, that's not good, because that changes everything. That changes performance in the barrel. On the El Rey, another thing too, like I was looking at all these bats as the striations marks. That's the biggest thing, because that first game changer bat that we got, it got striations really fast. And great performance, extra gear, like extra gear. Ball stayed, when you hit it good, ball stayed near a long time. This one does not do that. This one does not have striations in it. I bet we got 600 swings on this bat. This is, and again, guys, I'm not saying the bat's a turd. It's not. It's just not that game changer that I claimed to be on the first run. That's what I have to see. You guys got to watch the final video. If the performance-wise, the Johnny Blaze is better than the Onyx, enough said. It's a 12-inch to 13-inch right now. I don't know what was done. The coats of paint, I can blame it on the coats of paint, but it's not, because this is the third batch. This is an original, and if you look at it, it's got the same coating of paint. It's a powder coat it has on it. I don't know what was done, guys. I'm not even gonna try to tell you what I think is done, because I really don't know. Those reviews are going on right now. The redo reviews, we're gonna do them again tomorrow. We're still gonna hit this again, like I was talking about, sweet spot's really small on it. It's got a tough barrel. We're gonna still hit the El Rey. We're gonna still hit the Bloodline, and then take it as far as we can, and then do the review. And I've got a ton of videos on this. The review's not gonna just me talking like this. That's gonna be the review. We've already got a ton of reviews on this. This bat's #1 on my top 10, performs very well. I was gonna do something, but I don't wanna start some shit. This bat right here, the Doom, the Dudley Doom. The one thing I will tell you about this bat, this is the new one that's out. It's got a thick layer of coat, the ball biter finish. I don't know what the hell, the grip spin technology. Remember the OGs, the first OGs that came out? That's how thick this is on this bat. You just gotta wipe it down and get it back again, like it goes away. But it's got a thick layer on it. The 2.0s wasn't as thick, but the OG, the red knobs and the 12-inch barrel red knob, it had a thick layer of that grip on it. The one thing I will tell you about this bat, it's got a soft barrel. You young guys that generate that 100-mile-an-hour bat speed, you're not gonna like this bat. It's gonna implode on you. A lot of you seniors, 55, 60, 65, 70, are gonna like it because it's got a soft barrel on it. I haven't finished the review. We just started doing that. This bat performs pretty good. Will it make my top 10? I don't know yet. I gotta wait for it to break in. But right now, it's you square it up. If you got 80-mile-an-hour bat speed, 80-mile-an-hour plus bat speed, you square it up and it's gonna implode on you. The Blake bat right now, I told you guys I was not gonna do a review on it, but it's performing the same way the original Onyx did when I talked about a game changer, because it is getting those striations in the paint within 5, 10, 15 swings. Billy hit it, Bubba hit it. You guys just watch the video. And you can hear us talking, you can hear me talking, especially the behind the scenes. I'm not gonna put it out there on the review, but behind the scenes video, if you go back later on, because they're not out yet, they'll be out within a couple of weeks, and hear us talking about hitting Billy's bat, his 2-piece bat. The 1-piece, a lot of guys like it. It's got a little bit stiffer barrel, but it gets there within 300 swings. A little bit stiffer barrel. The 2-piece just gets there faster. They're not the same bat, guys. They're just not. The 2-piece, you know, is built different. I will say that. It's still got the thin handle on it, and both of them do. And it's still got the weight, you know, the less weight in the hands, the way Billy builds his bats. And it's still got the big mass on the end like you're swinging a sledge, but it's just weighted different. Not gonna give you too much information on that, guys. What I'm working on, I got a video about testosterone I wanted to talk to you about. A new way of giving yourself injections instead of doing every 10-day or every 7-day injections. I hope to God that you guys are on, if you guys are on TRT, you should get on TRT, but I'm not a physician, guys. Consult your physician. Just find out what your numbers are. If they're in the 300 below range, I would say 350. If they're in the 350 below, you got to get on TRT. You'll feel a lot better, but make sure he does a lot of blood work on you before he gets you on it, which he probably will, because that's what they check. They check PSA. If you have a family history of prostate, they don't recommend you. Prostate cancer, you don't recommend you getting on TRT. It does not cause prostate cancer. Guys, look it up. Don't believe me. Look it up. But there's ways to actually, because when you do the injection every You know, when I first started doing testosterone 10 years ago, they started wanting me to do every 15 days. Well, that gives you that big spike like on the third day, and it starts coming down. And within 10 days, I was already tanked. So I had to wait 5 more days to get an injection. And that's not fun, guys, because you feel like shit. So I went up to 10 days, and then I went up to 7 days, but there's a way to do it right now where you're not getting that big spike, you know, that big up and down where you feel like shit at the end. There's a way that, because it's the injection that I do right now in my thigh, my quad. This is the one I'm gonna start doing, and it's actually with an insulin needle. You can see it right there, very small. So I'm gonna start doing it that way every 2.5, 3 days, and then just take as much out as I need, kind of break it up. That way my testosterone gets to the level and just stays there. You know, 750 is where I usually want it. About 750, 800 is where I want it. And it just stays there all the way around where you're not getting that big spike and down. Your crashes aren't as bad where you feel like shit for about 2 days. That's a video I want to put out there. I want to talk about videos too, what I do my video in on your iPhones. I know when you guys, like I talked about, when you guys are sending me these videos of you that you want to put out on my YouTube channel, because I do get a lot of traffic in there. And that's something that I'm gonna add, have you guys out there and just do your hitting and basically get you out there and get known. But make sure you have a good iPhone. I give Billy Blake a hard time because he's got an iPhone 4. Don't try to videotape your hitting with an iPhone 4. And basically set your camera up low. A lot of guys want that eye level stuff, but what I do is I set my camera up about 1.5 feet off the ground, and I tend to see the ball being launched a lot better when I put it at that angle. What happens when I put it down, you know, up high, I can get them downward ones, but a lot of you guys want to see how the bat performs. The way I do it is I put it low because you can see the performance, the distance that I get on a lot of my bats. You can see them when they're in the air, and you can see them when they're landing. So make sure you have a quality phone when you're doing these and sending these to me. It's a lot better, you know, because nowadays these phones, every year they change the optics on it, the pixels, where it looks a lot better. But don't try to do it from an iPhone 4 like Billy's phone he has right now. That's about it, guys. If you guys got any questions, put them down below. I have behind the scenes video coming out. What I did, my website, I'm kind of changing some stuff on this. I got my top 10 without the Onyx in it. And then in the middle, I'm gonna put up there, because this is, guys, you've been asking me, and enough people ask me about it, I'm gonna do it. Balance bats. I'm gonna do my top 5. I think I have 5 on there now because there's not really a lot out there. I'm doing my top 5 balance bats. That's on the front of my website, www.seniorsoftballbatreviews.com. It's all one word. And then you guys can get up there and look on that. Somebody was asking me for something else, but I'm gonna update my website and put out there, you know, I do my soft barrel. I kind of been lacking in that. My soft barrel, my hard barrel bats that are out there. A lot of you guys are interested in that because a lot of the older guys like the soft barrel. And then you guys can get on there and look at that update on the front of my website and just check it out. Thanks, guys.
If you like this video, please hit the like button, and I've got a couple of more here for you to watch. And I've also got a subscribe button, so hit on it and then hit the bell. That way you get notifications whenever I put out another video. Thanks, guys.